Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. Today we are working in my catch-all planner to set up my planner for the week of the 6th, I think, of October. So let's get into it. We are going to use Seasonal Basics by 𝘭𝘪𝘴𝘭𝘪𝘢𝘭, and I am going to my catch-all planner. Is it the week of the 6th? Yeah, the week of the 6th. I use the parenting layout for my catch-all planner, and it's been working well, and I will be using it in 2026.
Okay, so let's start decorating. I am just flipping through to find the fall set of stickers, and I think here we are. I love 𝘭𝘪𝘴𝘭𝘪𝘢 books because she generally puts boxes with her decor, and so you can really make a full spread just with one book, and I absolutely love that. Now, I am not a huge fan of icons necessarily. I am definitely more of a floral type person. So I like a better mix of florals and icons. But, you know, with seasonal books, you kind of get what you get. And this is a lovely seasonal book. So I am going to go ahead and start off with this beautiful couple. And I'm going to try and layer them with these florals. And you'll see that I really didn't do a good job. First of all, I put the couple on here completely crooked. And so they look like they're leaning. So we're just going to say they're coming instead of from an apple orchard, maybe like a bar or something. I don't know. But, yeah, we're just going to go with it. And then I tried to layer that dark flower over their legs like they were walking through a field of flowers. Yeah, that didn't turn out that way. So we are just going to stick to it and keep it moving because I couldn't lift up the florals without tearing the whole page, and it wasn't that deep. But I did okay over on the right hand side. I have this really cute little beetle. And I put some falling leaves on the car and then some pumpkins off to the side. That scene looks a lot more pulled together. And I'm much more pleased with that. But yeah. Right now, I'm going to go in and look for some of these boxes because getting serious, my parenting layout, which is my catch-all, I do try and keep it highly functional. At my core, I am a functional planner. That is my preference. It's very important that I write my activities and my to-dos down in the beginning of the week. I don't really use my planner for memory keeping. I use my planner to plan what I'm going to do for the upcoming week. So I plan ahead of time. And I need space to write down my to-do list and my activities and my priorities. So the functional part of planning is the most critical part of planning for me. If I didn't have anything but a pen and a piece of paper, I would still plan. And that's what I do. Really, I still do that. So I am pausing on the decor right now to come in and put my functional boxes. That's what that whole long story was about. And I'm just making sure that I have room every day to make to-do lists and to identify priorities. That's just really important for me. I have really leaned into leaning my colorful bullets a lot more in all of my layouts. They are just so useful if you are a functional planner, and they are a great way to bring in a list without having all your lists look the same. Like if you look at this layout, you see I have a strip of bullets, which is going to give me a nice checklist. And then on the other column, I want a checklist as well, but I don't want it to look exactly like the strip with the bullets. So I just used a header box with individual bullets. So I've really been leaning into using these individual bullets because it just really does break up the space in your planner, but you can change the colors, you can change the variation of the colors, and you know, it just gives you that functionality, but makes it pop a little bit more. So you see I brought in some of those bullets on the right hand side for my Sunday. I'm just adding a few decor pieces throughout now because I do love the decor. The decor makes me smile. There is nothing wrong with having a well decorated planner. I think of it as the best of both worlds. So wherever I have an open space, now that I have laid down my functional, I tend to go back in and find some icons or florals or whatever to help fill the space. So I'm just kind of looking around for something to put on that Monday and Tuesday. It feels a little empty down below that box. I didn't have a lot of floral options with this box, with this book, which, you know, is okay, but it does limit me just a little bit. So I did decide to go ahead and put it in the corner since that was a corner floral. And here we go again. I went ahead and used my colorful bullets to fill in that open space off to the left. And look how well that pulled everything together. I'm telling you, if you haven't really gotten into the colorful bullets, maybe give it another try, because I avoided them for a long time. But you know, I've definitely leaned into them later in the year for this year. So I just put another box. Maybe I can use that for title or whatever the case may be when I'm filling in that box. But I think it helped to fill that space. And now I'm going to put a few more decorative pieces on my dashboard side. So I'm coming in with a squirrel, and of course I have to give them an acorn. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of a fallen leaf down there next to that squirrel. And so I think I'm almost finished with this spread. I just need to put a few decorative pieces in the center of my dashboard. I think I'm going to take this cluster of pumpkins and put that in the center. Maybe use some of my scraps in various places around my layout. I don't think that really worked right there, only because it was like facing down. It just didn't seem to work. But let me go ahead and put this leaf next to this pumpkin so that they're not just hanging out by themselves. And then I'm going to go ahead and trim the bottom part of the leaf, and I will end up putting that somewhere else. I do like to use my scraps wherever I can. So sometimes I like to put them in the top corners like you see here, because it just kind of helps to pull the whole page together. I do like to have a little bit of a bigger floral usually when I do that, but I just didn't have that option with this book because this is primarily a book of icons. And icons, the name itself implies that you're going to have smaller stickers. So that's kind of what I have, and I'm just kind of working with it, making it work. So I just put that cluster at the top of my box in my notes section. Again, I'm just kind of pulling the spread together at this point. I think I'm ready to do my highlighting of my box titles. I'm just testing out my green marker options to see which one's going to fit the best. And I think I found one. I love this green, and I think it looks good. I think it looks good. This is how I generally decorate my catch-all. I usually use some decor, some functional boxes, and then I use a marker to highlight the label. So I just want to say thank you guys for watching this. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you have a happy week planning.